Okay, hello, how you doing? I'm Milo, welcome to the stream. Today, I'm going to be playing an old school adventure game for kids. We'll see how I do. This was chosen in our monthly game club by my good friend Justine, and it's something that she remembers playing on the computers at school when she was a kid. Now, what version of it am I playing, you might be wondering, because there have been multiple re-releases of Mixed Up Mother Goose, the Sierra adventure game by Roberta Williams. Just sneaking that information in there. Well, what I intend to do today is play all of them. That's right, all 4 versions that were ever released, and we'll see how they stack up and the differences. Should be pretty interesting. First thing I'm going to do is read a little bit from the manual, or as it's called, the parent guide. This is a game for kids, and they did not expect that kids would be reading this manual, or even that the kids would be able to read. So it's sort of designed for an adult to accompany the child through the experience. And to help the adult do that is this guide. But there's a bit of an introductory story that we're going to read first. It was another beautiful day in Mother Goose Land. The sun was smiling down in the land of day, the moon was bright in the land of night, and all was well, or so it seemed. Mother Goose went out for her morning walk, and soon discovered that all was not well in Mother Goose Land. So she's the queen of this land, I guess? Anyway. First she found Mary quite contrary in her garden, looking very worried. "Oh, Mother Goose," she cried, "I can't find my watering can anywhere. Without it, my garden will never grow." There, Mary, I'm sure it will turn up soon," Mother Goose said, and continued on her way. Next, Mother Goose saw Jack be nimble in the meadow. He seemed to be looking for something. "Good morning, Jack," she said. "Have you lost something?" "Good morning, Mother Goose," said Jack. "I can't seem to find my candlestick. It was just here a minute ago. If I don't find it, I won't be able to jump today. What will I do?" Now, Jack," said Mother Goose, "I'm sure you've just mislaid it. Don't worry, you're sure to find it if you keep looking." My, but it does seem strange, doesn't it? Mother Goose thought to herself as she headed home. First Mary and her watering can, now Jack and his candlestick. What next? As Mother Goose arrived at her cottage, she saw that the king's messenger awaited her there, looking quite anxious. "Good morning, young man, and what have you lost today?" she asked. "Good morning, Mother Goose," said the messenger. "I have an urgent message from the king. With your permission, I'll read it to you." "Please do," said Mother Goose. The messenger read, "Dear Mother Goose, I fear that something is amiss in Mother Goose Land today. I've had my men search the castle and the grounds, but my pipe, bowl, and fiddlers 3 have all disappeared. My messenger tells me that little Tommy Tucker has no knife to cut his bread, and that Humpty Dumpty cannot sit upon the wall as he has no ladder to help him up. I hope you can help. I'm very worried for our land and our people today. Signed, Old King Cole." And while reading that paragraph, I was a little distracted by the king here. I see appears to... Well, he's clearly wearing trousers, but on first glance, it looked like he wasn't. "Thank you, son," said Mother Goose. "Something is terribly wrong today, and I intend to find a way to put it right again. Tell the king not to fear. All will be well by day's end." As the messenger hurried off to the castle, Mother Goose called her trusty gander, who waddled to her side. "Honk," said the gander. "Goosey," said Mother Goose, "our rhymes are in trouble. I need a young hero to save Mother Goose Land. Please go and bring back the bravest child you can find. We need help fast." The gander honked once more, then flew away to find a child to rescue the rhymes of Mother Goose Land. "I hope Goosey can find a hero, and that I can keep my promise to Old King Cole," thought Mother Goose, and she went into her house to wait. To wait? That's all the action she's taking? I guess. Okay, fine. Explore Mother Goose Land with your child as he or she, exclusive language, just say they, seriously, becomes a brave hero on a quest to rescue the Mother Goose rhymes. To be fair, this was 1987, and they perhaps were not as comfortable with that terminology. Anyway, 1987 was the first release of this game. I believe this is the 87. No, this is the 1990s, so this is the first re-release. Other releases are 1991 and 1995. This game apparently was so successful that, they kept re-releasing it to keep up with the upgrading technology of the time. All right, what I'm going to do now is move some windows around. Maybe I should show you this. Like I said, there's 4 releases. And all of them are compatible with ScumVM, which is very helpful. ScumVM is an adventure game virtual machine emulator thing that supports tons and tons of different things. Sorry, just moving my windows. This one. So this little table I found very instructive. 1987 is the initial release. It was on the AGI engine, which is Sierra's old school engine at the time. But just 3 years later, they'd made an upgraded engine, SCI, and it was ported to that with better graphics capabilities, and that supported EGA display settings. 1991, the re-release, which you'll sometimes see called Roberta Williams Mixed Up Mother Goose. The short name is 256 because it supported 256 colors. And that was the VGA standard, which was an even more advanced display method. And then in 1995, it's the most advanced one of all. CD format is standard by this point, so it's got higher quality music and voices. And it's on SVGA, which is the step up from VGA. So those are the 4 we're playing today. I've got them all ready to go in ScumVM. Sadly, when I tried to update ScumVM, I found that... I found that the newer updated version of ScumVM apparently no longer has the engine to play the 2 middle versions, so hopefully I can get the old version working still. Like, I've just updated it and just found this. Anyway, we'll figure that out. Stupid Windows, hold on. Not the operating system this time. It's my Windows on Mac. Okay, I think we're ready. So we're going to start with Mixed Up Mother Goose. First version, 1987 release. This was put out on DOS, which is the version I've got here, as well as on Macintosh. No, not Macintosh. I'm consulting a different table now. This was on DOS as well as the Atari ST and the Amiga and the Apple II. But this is the DOS version. Let's play. 1987 Sierra Online. What a bother this all is. I thought I had this all sorted out. But then that ScumVM update tripped me up. ScumVM, by the way, is based on... its initial purpose was to emulate Maniac Mansion. So the Scum part of it stands for scripting... it was just there, hold on. Script creation utility for Maniac Mansion, and then the VM is virtual machine, because it's a virtualization of that. But it's been expanded in the years since to cover all sorts of adventure games of the 80s and 90s. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. It thought that was a save state. Anyway, okay. Please enter your name. I can do that. That's easy. But picking an appearance, that's interesting. This reminds me of modern Pokemon games with the kind of options that are available here. So anyway, yeah, okay. So like, you got the blonde kids, you've got the dark skinned kids. I'm gonna pick the one with the brown hair because that's, I guess, the most like me. Oh, okay, I can't click on it. This is a keyboard-driven game. Please choose who you look like. The kid with the brown long hair. Good night, Milo. It says parent. So I don't know what visual standard this is, if this is EGA as well, because that was missing on the table. It's not CGA, because CGA only has cyan, magenta, and white and black, and it's definitely more colors than that. Possibly, I think this was 16 colors supported. Hopefully you can hear things okay. I'm trying to adjust volume a bit on the fly. Oh, Life Force is here. Hi, Life Force. What's that little badge you have on your name there? GlitchCon 2020. I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool. I say this is definitely EGA. Good to know, thanks. I don't have the most experience with computers of this era. We had a black and white Mac, and then we went to a Windows 95 PC, which was a lot more advanced than the sorts of machines that supported this game at launch. So I kind of skipped a few generations of computing. Oh, Milo, my rhymes are mixed up. Wait a minute. This is Mother Goose? I thought she was a goose. Please help me fix them. There was definitely a picture of a goose in the instruction book with a bonnet. And I was like, okay, that's Mother Goose. But no, Mother Goose is a lady. This is definitely her gander, Goosey. So we can click to move around or use the arrow keys. Maybe she's the mother of the goose. Well, I guess things might work like that in fairy tales, perhaps. Okay. First, let's talk to Mother Goose and get a hint or two. Hello, Milo. Yes, hello. No dialogue trees here. Alright, let's leave. Already 12 minutes in and I've just started the first game. Long plays of this take about half an hour, so hopefully I'll get through all 4 of them. And the other 3 versions, which I'm going to play after this, won't take me as long because I'll have a better idea of what I'm doing, I expect. Score 0 out of 18, not a big points game. Yeah, that's right. Other adventure games have like hundreds of point scores. Woe is me, I lost my cowsticks. This is Jack. I've played a couple of Roberta Williams games before on streams. King's Quest. Which ones was it? I think 4 and 7. Yeah, I picked the ones where you play as a woman in them instead of playing as Graham or whoever else. Rosella was the name of the princess you play as. Okay, so somebody has lost their dog. Do you remember a nursery rhyme about a dog?
No.
Which Jack was in the candlestick? Was that Jack Horner? Oh, I got a sheep. I know that one. I need to find Mary with the lamb. Return her lamb. I like how the lamb follows you along. Oh, that must be Mary. She looks like a shepherdess. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. You don't need an apostrophe there. Wherever Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. And we've got our little beepy speaker playing the tune as well. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. Ha ha! Jack be nimble. Yeah, that's the one. So you're rewarded by completing the side quests. It's a game full of side quests. And your reward is to learn a nursery rhyme. What is this? A cake? A hat? A basket? Is it Red Riding Hood's basket? That's not a nursery rhyme. That's a story. Whoa, who's this cat person? This is Hunter from Spyro. Fiddle-dee-dee, a fiddle for me.
That's the cat who jumped over the moon.
Oh, and that's the cow.
Mm.
And a little dog that laughed to see such fun is nowhere to be seen in evidence. That was a moo. Yeah, bowl of purple gruel. Which nursery rhyme involves a bowl of purple gruel? I just read the poem recently in The Adventures of Tom Bombadil by J.R.R. Tolkien about the man in the moon, which includes elements of the nursery rhyme, but expands on it. So these are 3 people looking for the castle. This was mentioned in the manual. 3... Is it fiddle? Are they fiddlers? Maybe if I help them, they'll reward me the fiddle that I can give to the cat. That's Humpty Dumpty. He wants to get on the wall, but actually, I probably... If I'm a conscientious child who knows their fairy tales, I should avoid letting Humpty Dumpty get on that wall, because it's... I know how it's going to end up. He's going to fall down and crack his nut. And that's no good for anybody. By the way, this game is Sorry, I've got a new medication, and one of the side effects is like it makes me quite sleepy. A mouse, that's cute. I can't get in there though. The game has letterboxing, so I'm gonna expand the size of the capture. Wait, that's not how you do it. This way? Yeah, okay. Because it's also being pillar boxed, and having both is just a pain. What kind of weird centering is this? It's not in the middle. Alright, that'll do. Get a bit more of a zoomed in view on these blocky graphics. Lifeforce says that my concern for Humpty Dumpty is metagaming, and that I shouldn't know how not to help Humpty Dumpty get up the wall. That's right, because I'm learning them for the first time by playing this game. Okay, who's this sitting on a pumpkin? My wife is gone again. Okay, I have to find his wife. Some guy who lives in a pumpkin. I feel my nursery rhyme knowledge is pretty lacking, since I don't have a child or anything. But even if I did, I'm not sure that I would be teaching them traditional nursery rhymes all the time. I'd find something more interesting. Banbury. Okay. The setup of the game and the way it's laid out reminds me very much of King's Quest. Just like a grid of squares that you traverse between. Some of them have NPCs on them and some have items to pick up. It's very similar, actually, to that one I played. 7 was a little bit more modern feeling, but still pretty similar. At least it had more of a feel of a space. This one being like just a big grid. Makes it feel a little more artificial. Clocks, clocks, clocks. Oh, a knife. Just laid out on the table for any small child to wander in and pick up. Let's do just that. Yeah, I have a knife. This is so unsafe. Find me a mouse. Okay. 3 blind mice. No, Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse ran up the clock. Yeah, okay, I know that one. I feel like I should hold on to this until I've given it to someone, because now I know where the knife is. I can come back for it. So whatever this basket is. Yeah, kid with a knife. Good. Unlike Yume Nikki, I expect I won't have the ability to use it as it's intended. It's more a fetch quest item. That's what this whole game is. I've got 1 score, by the way, and it's slow going. I wonder if there's like a turbo feature in ScumVM. Manual? Oh, the manual comes up in a browser window. ScumVM turbo. Yeah, I think I might need to install extra engines into the updated version, but I just haven't really, haven't done that. I don't know how either. Whatever I did with my old install, they were good to go, so I might find a way to switch back to the old install or else install the engine if that doesn't work. Hello, friends. Oh, what have I got now? We're hungry. Steak is the only thing that will do. We have this bowl here. Is it an empty bowl? Or is this food that they're too good for? Apparently I can't pick this up anymore. There we go. Again, I'm going to hold on to this basket. King's Quest did have speed settings, says Life Force, but they might have forgone them for a kid's game. Fair enough. Can you click on the inventory item? No. Which version did you play? Because you played this the other day in our game club. Were you playing a more advanced... Aha, that looks like a steak that's been squished. Very crushed graphic. Maybe if I hold shift or something, I'll walk faster. Nope. Nothing's working. That's okay, we can drop this off right away. You played the VGA version. Okay, so that's the third release from 1991. I will get to that later. Or if this is too slow and dull, I might swap to a newer version of the game before getting to the end. Yes. I think you're right, Life Force, that the placement of the items is randomized. So sort of like Humongous's games like Pajama Sam or Freddy Fish, which I played on stream a while ago. There's some randomization to it that will result in different things happening on repeated playthroughs. Jack Sprat could eat no fat, and his wife could eat no lean. And so between them both, they licked the platter clean. That's a short one. And like lean is not a noun, but it's referring to lean meats. And I can relate to Jack Sprat in this situation because I despise eating fat on meat when I eat meat at all. There are a lot of Jacks in this universe. That's nursery rhymes. It's easy to rhyme things with Jack. Tack, flack, crack, stack. Okay, a quest. I live in a pumpkin. Okay, I know where that is. Yes, you do. But what, are you lost? I guess she's lost. I need to lead her home. Even though she lives here and it's only like 3 screens away. Trying to get to another screen from the boundary is kind of fiddly. I guess it might be a little easier when you were originally playing this because it would fill the whole screen. I'm playing it windowed. So it's a bit easier to click off the screen. You've got to be a bit more careful. Life Force, quoting Kirk Van Houten. I sleep in a race car bed. Do you? And then I say, no, I sleep in a big bed with my wife. But yes, that kind of declarative statement, very silly. I think it was over this way. Very slow, very slow. More modern adventure games sometimes have the ability to like double click to instantly move between screens. But I haven't played many. The experience that I'm basing that comment on is Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People by Telltale Games in their pre-Walking Dead days. Oh, you can see the pumpkin in the background? Oh, there it is. Yeah, you're right. I was focusing on the extremely slow moving feet of my tiny child. Oh my god, okay. Yes, this way. I like this, for want of a better word, inventory item because it's a lady that also follows you around, much like the lamb. The lamb was with me for a depressingly short time. I would have loved to wander around with a cute lamb following me the whole time. Again, I'll bring up the Pokemon comparison, and this is why Heart Gold and Soul Silver are the best games that are in the series, and still have not been surpassed, because you can have a Pokemon following behind you at any time. Okay, here we go. Peter, Pumpkin Eater. Had a wife and couldn't keep her. That's a slant rhyme at best. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. Kiss. And kept in this case is not meaning against her will, but more like providing for her and such. So I guess he ate out the inside of that pumpkin to make a house. What a cute love story. Okay. So there's a mouse and I know where it needs to go. So the puzzle is getting inside that pen. Can I please move? Oh my lord. Okay, yes. Okay, now we're down on the Y plane. Now I can move on the X plane. Good lord. Okay, let's get into the field and grab that mouse. AGI engine pathfinding, yeah. Hopefully that's improved for the SCI re-release, which is coming soon. 3 years after this. Some lists I found said that the first re-release was 91. Others say it was 1990. So let's just go with 1990. Because then it helps distinguish it from the second re-release or the third version, which was the VGA version. At least there's no narrow walkways like in King's Quest. Yeah, and no instant deaths either. This is a great benefit to this game design. Oh, I'm doing that thing where I hold down the mouse button so the character keeps walking in that direction, but that's not actually a mechanic in this game. They just move to where you click, and that's it. So you have to click again. The mouse following me around kind of reminds me of an opossum, the American, it's like the only American marsupial, but they have like a white face like that. Anyway, hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock struck one, and down he run. Hickory dickory dock. They all play a tune, but like, I feel like nursery rhymes aren't great songs, or at least the way I remember them. Like, they don't really follow a tune consistently. It's moving at the corners of the screen. It's just, the edges of the screen is a real pain. Oh, that's a big one. Okay. Keyboard controls work in the same way. Tap the key and they'll keep walking. Let's try that. Oh. No. I have to hold the key to walk in that direction, but that'll be better on these. You said there's no narrow walkways, but look, the paths between the fences and the hedges around this village are a real pain. Yeah, that is a good detail. The clock house has a sundial in the back garden. Yeah. It's all themed. Okay, so we'll grab our basket of purple gruel again. Try and find where that goes. Hopefully we'll stumble on it, otherwise we can get a quest from someone. Oh, this is the crooked man in a crooked house. You there, fetch me my sixpence. And there's his crooked sixpence. Okay, we can find that. Does a child know what a sixpence is, really? Do they need to know? Because the nursery rhymes are very old. Okay, it's Jack and Jill. Alas, we need a pail. Another Jack, by the way. Yes, a wooden pail, indeed. Alright, but what does Jill have to say? She does not speak. Classic silencing of female characters. This is total erasure. Alright, I haven't seen a pail anywhere. Nor do I know where this grail or that empty bowl goes. Grail. Gruel. There's enough time while crossing the screen to take a drink of water. Okay, who's this lady? Looks like this is the border there. Yep, can't go that way. That sheep was just the cutest thing ever. Why can't we just have 18 Marys to get sheep for? Now this is strange because when I came here before, it didn't swap the item, but maybe I have to approach it from the right direction. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one. Usually you're able to drop what you're carrying and pick up something else. It looks like a hat box. Yeah, you really need to touch the edges of the screen, which is more difficult to do when you're in windowed mode. So now we'll switch to arrow keys. Oh my god. The archway puzzle is truly the final boss. So I didn't really check what this version looked like on Amiga or on Apple II. Also, you can't move diagonally, that's another thing. Unless you've clicked. I believe clicking lets you move diagonally. Alright, who are you? Help me find my tuffet. So this is Little Miss Muffet. That's a tuffet, okay. The hat box is a tuffet. I did see it, you know. I would have picked it up and had it here already if the game had let me. Oh, okay, the tuffet is not the item. Little Miss Muffet is the item in this case. She needs to be led to her tuffet. I guess the tuffet is too big to move for one of my stature. It looks kind of like a poof or an ottoman. I guess an ottoman has legs. Yeah, one of those things you put your feet on when you sit down. A footrest, sure. Yeah, apparently it's a tuffet. Lifeforce also said, it's almost as if this game from the 80s wasn't designed to be run in a window. Yeah, no kidding. I'm aware of this. Oh, that's true. It's important that it be next to a tree because of what happens next. Spoilers for Little Miss Muffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating of curds and whey. Eating her curds and whey is how I heard it. There came a big spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Oh no, the evil grin on the spider. Very good. Alrighty, it's another one down. Yeah, exactly. I should have remembered that. That's the thing about some of these nursery rhymes. I know like the first two lines and then I forget what happens next. So it's a big surprise. Very exciting. 5 of 18 points. You're gonna get the high score, says Lifeforce. Gee, I hope so. Do you have to get all 18 to like beat the game? With the hi and a ho, where did my bread knife go? I know the answer to that question. Whoever you are. It was in the unsafe house with the clocks. Which was on the lower left of this area. Yeah, the rate I'm going, this is really slow. I feel like playing the later version releases is going to be more exciting, probably. So now the question is, when do I move on? It feels like playing each version is not going to get any faster because of the travel time, the randomization. It's about getting around more than it is anything else. Okay, knife time. Yeah, that's true. As Life Force says, traditionally in Sierra games, you'd have different puzzle objectives that could result in different points. But I think it's just 18 nursery rhymes. Yeah, maybe the king is worth more, perhaps, because it's a multi-part thing. He's missing his fiddlers as well as whatever else. Isn't Old King Cole a Christmas Carol? Oh no, that's King Wenceslas. Never mind. Alright, let's take the knife to that person. Banbury. What's the meaning of that? It's like a war memorial in the middle of the park, which is a common thing in various cultures. Okay. We have a bigger war memorial here. It's like a whole museum and stuff. Alright, here's your knife. I know what you really want to do with it. You say it's a bread knife, but it's not serrated at all. Unless it's a bread and butter knife. Okay, who are these people? Little Tommy Tucker sings for his supper. So we met this guy in the prologue, in the manual. What shall he eat? What shall he eat? White bread and butter. How shall he cut it without ever a knife? How will he be married without ever a wife? Is that it? I'm not familiar with this one, personally. So that was my first exposure to Little Tommy Tucker. Life Force said the knife looks more like a katana. Yeah, maybe the... What do you call the short one that you use for blocking strikes? It's like the secondary katana. I don't remember its name, but, you know, part of the set of two. Actually, let's try and go in the castle. What do you think's on that crest up there? It looks like a squirrel, a beanbag chair, and, I don't know, a sword. Alright, king. Child, please bring me my pipe. I'll try. But this is not a pipe. Okay, these guys don't talk. But I spy a crooked nickel. What was it? A crooked sixpence? I was thinking American because it's an American game, but a lot of the nursery rhymes originated in England or the UK or whatever. Alright, so we just need to head out of town and go to the west. I assume up is north because that is just a convention of video games and maps. That's it, wakizashi. Yeah, it's just a wakizashi that you gave to a child. Hey, I didn't give it to the child. The child picked it up. I'm not responsible for the child's actions. Or to put it another way, I am the child, the mind of an adult in the body of a minor. No, that's got weird implications. Adults should not play this game, and I think I'm demonstrating why. Oh, who are you? Another shepherdess? Okay. What's your problem? Boo-hoo, I've lost my sheep. Oh no, did I give the sheep to the wrong person? Okay, it's two sheep. This is Bo Peep. Not lambs, but grown sheep. Alright, so this is a screen I missed, I guess. So what's below here? Oh, the doggy. Okay, I can take the doggy to the other kid once I return the nickel. Oh, and a fiddle. Oh, this is great. hit the mother lode down here. I just need to find those sheep. Hey, buddy. Okay. I have vague knowledge of what this is, but let's see it spelled out in verse, shall we? There was a crooked man, and he went a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence beside a crooked stile. Is that his pet rat? That's cute. Oh, it's a cat. He bought a crooked cat, which caught a crooked mouse. Oh no, that is a rat, and that's the cat. And they all live together in a little crooked house. I like the style of the house with its wonkiness. Reminds me of Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Okay, so let's go fiddle first, all the way back to the top right corner. Then I'll figure out where that boy was to take the dog to. I think it was south. Well, it's great that I'm getting information, that I know where things are. Life Force, not that. Yeah, like we're on the opposite side of the map to the cat right now. Hi, Gibbon. How's it going? Yeah, it's a kid's game. It's very simple, but it's also in the engine of old Sierra games, so it's also extremely clunky. This is like the initial release of Mixed Up Mother Goose from 1987 in the EGI engine. So it's similar to a game I've played on stream before, King's Quest 4, I think it was. I hope I can get out by going up and to the right here. Otherwise I've got to backtrack, and it's extremely slow. So the whole world is laid out on grid. The items are randomly dispersed, and once you find them, you have to return them to the NPC that needed them, and your reward is the nursery rhyme that is about that. Yeah, I was wrong. There's a wall there. Yes, extremely slow. Gibbon says that she adores old Sierra games. Was just talking about them the other day. Oh, you should give this one a go. I'm going to play all 4 releases of this on the stream today, time permitting, which is making me think I should move on from this one pretty soon, considering how long it's dragging on. Long plays of it are quite short, but maybe the long plays are of the later versions, which are a bit more fast-paced, perhaps. Come on, good lord. Please. I don't know where I am. Where am I? Okay, so cat's over here. Maybe they get lucky with the RNG. Possibly. I wonder what a speedrun of this game looks like. So this will be the cat and the fiddle, which was up here, all the way up here. Actually, I think I'll do a dramatic reading of the Tom Bombadil version after we do this. Okay. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. Golly, the little dog laughed to see such sport. And the dish ran away with the spoon. Classic, very good. So I have the Tolkien version. I have the like new fancy hardbound with commentary and the illustrations version of The Adventures of Tom Bombadil, but it's upstairs. But I do have the older release that also includes Farmer Jars of Ham. So I'm going to grab that and I'll read it while I walk through the next few screens. Oops, because the new release doesn't include Farmer Jars of Ham. Which is kind of a separate story. They just bundled it in this release that I'm holding in my hand right now. So, can I get over this way? Maybe not. I think I have to go down and around. Yep, through here. Okay. Now, while I'm holding this button, I can flick through So there's a pair of poems about the man in the moon. One of which is actually recited in The Lord of the Rings. Frodo, I believe, says it in the Prancing Pony. The man in the moon stayed up too late. There is an inn, a merry old inn beneath an old grey hill, and there they brew a beer so brown that the man in the moon himself came down one night to drink his fill. The ostler has a tipsy cat that plays a 5-stringed fiddle, and up and down he runs his bow, now squeaking high, now purring low, now soaring in the middle. The landlord keeps a little dog that is mighty fond of jokes. When there's good cheer among the guests, he cocks an ear at all the jests, and laughs until he chokes. Pause, because we have now brought the fiddlers back to the king. Oh no. He wanted the pipe, but they just wanted to come to the castle. So are we done with the fiddlers? No, what? They said they wanted to go to the castle, and we're here. Why can't I just drop them off? Oh my god. I don't get it. You gotta do it in order, you think? Ugh. Yeah, Life Force is telling me that we might have to do it in order. That's annoying. Because it means that wherever I backtrack to drop these guys off, I'll have to go to again when I bring them around. Oh, it's so slow. Alright, I'm going to play a different game. I only read the first few stanzas of this poem. It's quite good. That Tolkien, he could write a poem for sure. Alright, save. How do I save in this interface? Because when I hit space before, that was like a thing. No. Because I don't think the game has saving. Save. What? The global main menu. How do I access it? Control F5. Control function F5. Okay, I can do that. Why is it such a weird button combination? I can't save? Why not? Well, that's not happening. Alright, now this is what happens when you try to play this one. Could not find any engine capable of running the selected game. So what I'm going to do is launch the old version, which I have in my files here. Cool, that still works. So I can quit that one. Capture this one. This is the 2.0 release. Put it in the middle. Maybe it auto-saves. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so Mixed Up Mother Goose 2, the EGA version, 1990 release, was put out on DOS and Amiga, but this is the DOS version. What? This worked before. God damn it. Is this because I swapped to a new version of the interface? Or because I changed the name, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I couldn't save because I didn't have access to my documents folder. Ugh, this is just so annoying. Oh well, it's certainly a lot easier than running this through DOSBox, or especially for the later version trying to run an old Windows program on newer operating systems. Alright, so we're playing a newer version of the game to try and see how they've changed it up, what they've improved. You can hear more tones in the music, so that's improved for sure. It looks a little better. And there's okay, yeah, choose your kid. This one actually does let you click, so we'll pick her again. Mom. Good night, Milo. Our graphics are higher resolution. I think I can actually make this window bigger. That might show up a little better. The newer versions of macOS round all the corners of the windows, which I hate. You can't turn it off. So when you capture them, they stay rounded, and it's annoying. Yeah, this is the power of the SCI engine. We've gone on to the newer, more modern version of the Sierra Adventure Game Engine now, SCI 0. Yeah, it would be convenient if it auto-saved, as Lifeforce says, because you can't always trust kids to save. You can't always trust adults to save, to be frank. But anyway. Okay, we've still got an 18 score. I've heard that the third release actually changes how many items you need to pick up, but it's the only one that makes a gameplay change of that kind. Getting a lot in the left channel right now. It's strange. Okay. So this looks all pretty familiar, but there's just a lot more dithering around. Milo, my rhymes are mixed up. Please help me fix them. Help you fix them? You mean you want me to do all the work while you sit inside? I guess she's old. She can't do as much these days. Let's check if there's anything inside. We can see what the house looks like in this new upscaled version. A certificate on the wall. Is this an item? No. Hey. Hello. Hello there, Milo. Thank you. You get the little goose icon when you can't interact with the screen right now. It's like the wait icon. Might be an hourglass in other systems or programs. Actually, can I go to the left here? We can do a methodical sweep of the map if we start from like the lower left corner. Yeah, there we go. Here's somebody I never encountered on my previous playthrough. Hello. Kindly fetch my watering can for me. Sure. Will do. This is also someone we heard about in the manual, but I do not currently remember what her deal was. Maybe we'll find out. What is that, a gun? What is that? It's a hobby horse. Okay. Oh, the pipe. Okay, I know directly where to take that, so we can take care of that. So now we've done the scouting. I know a bit more about how the game world is laid out. So when I find something, returning it will be a bit quicker. And I don't know, is it my imagination or am I walking a little bit faster than I was before? There's Clock House. We've also got music. We've got wandering around music now. Can I speed up with the plus key? That's a great question. Well, I'm hitting it and nothing is happening. So I'm going to go with no. I appreciate the advice, but it didn't work. Banbury Cross. Now it's not just Banbury. And it's more like a medieval knight in there. No, no, pipe, pipe. This might be what you were thinking of, Lifeforce, because I believe I continue walking in a line once I press the arrow key in this version. So that, I guess, was an advancement of the SCI engine. But we don't want sheep. We want pipe. Give me pipe. Ceci... un peep. Hooray! And it's the bowl. Might as well take that out on our way. Not sure what to do with it yet. That is such a stroke of luck. Oh no, it's the wrong bowl! So the king wants the purple gruel. But only after getting the pipe. That answers that question. Life Force seems to remember being able to constantly walk with an arrow press in some AGI games. Okay, so it might have been an advancement within the engine, but just one that wasn't implemented in that older version. Alright, so Little Bo Peep, we've actually seen her already on this playthrough, so can head straight to her. Yeah, absolutely. Very charming little game. Okay, there's the candlestick. We're getting so much info. Wait. Oh, the arrow key's not working. Oh, okay. By holding down the arrow key, it's like logging and buffering extra presses of it. So if I hold it down for a little while, it'll walk in that direction for a bit longer after I release it. I think. It's not a continuous walk. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home and bring their tails behind them if they haven't been docked too much. Because normally you'll cut off most of a sheep's tail, otherwise their poos get stuck on the tail, on the wool. And that's no good for anybody. It attracts flies, they get diseases. How do I... Yep, I got it, thank you. Oh, I was waiting for the sheep to like run all over the whole screen and then get back to Bo Peep. Okay, cool. Well, I'm familiar with the concept of Bo Peep, but I can't say I really remember that rhyme, per se. Alright, let's see. Let's grab that Jack candlestick and then head over to the right. So we know how to get that one. If we pop into town, and then go via Clockhouse. Actually, we should dip into Clockhouse to see what item might be inside, if any. See, this is routing. Life Force says that the Hobby Horse one is the most confusing if you don't know the rhyme. Oh no, here's the problem. I was holding right and then tried to go back to the left. But I guess I've been holding right for so long that it's just gotten in its head to do a whole bunch of inputs in that direction and lost me time. Alright, so we're not going to Clockhouse first. And I will use the mouse more. So that is Candle Boy. Alright, I guess now we have control back. It's efficient to go get the candle. But we will still get that info from Clockhouse. Oh, please! Walk! Use your legs! Okay, it's not too far. Next time I have to do a long trek, I'll pick up that poem again. I do enjoy it. Okay, this way. I just love about Adventures of Tom Bombadil how, like, it's just a bunch of poems that Tolkien wrote on various topics, but he couldn't help the urge to mythologize, and he wrote an intro that was like, Oh, these are all books. These are all poems that were written in the Red Book of Westmarch by Sam Gamgee. His like faux Middle Earth historian voice. It's really funny. And it actually adds to your appreciation of them, as long as you're a Lord of the Rings fan like I am. Because there's themes that come up in them that are relevant to that world, like elves going to the west and everything. And the land of Valinor is sort of the subject of one of them. I also like the one where a troll makes friends with a hobbit boy. Jack be nimble. Parkour Jack. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack could jump over the candlestick. Oh yes. Oh no, he didn't do so well. Ouch. Right to the stream for a bit of relief. Poor fella. So what was this kid's problem again? Oh yeah, the dog. Where's my little dog gone? Yeah, Gibbon says that she often forgets that Tolkien too partook in that incorporate known fairy tales and nursery rhymes into my pet fantasy world thing. Yeah, he totally did with this moon man in the moon thing. But you say two. What's the other? What other ones are you thinking of? When you say that. Whoa. Okay. This is a quite chaotic situation. Can you bring me some broth for my children? So that'll be the other bowl. So we can take this bowl straight to the king and come back with the other bowl. Or I could give the king's grub to these kids, to these grubs. And, you know, help out the proletariat by redistributing the wealth of the rich. Nope, that's not what nursery rhymes are about. So Gibbon was saying, I felt a little bad about early Witcher stuff doing that, since it's also very much setting itself up as what happened after mankind made its way to the Grey Havens. But yeah, Tolkien did it as well. Wait, mankind going to the Grey Havens? You mean the elves? Oh, no, I didn't want the pail. I'm taking this to the king. Life Force said I picked up the bowl from a long way away, but now I can't pick it up at all. Okay. Other fantasy authors do it as well. Narnia, Game of Thrones, Amber, you name it. It's just a thing that nobody resists the urge to do. And Life Force says even Roberta Williams did it. I do like those ideas of worlds where all the fantasy, all the nursery rhymes and stuff are put together into a big melting pot. Even though, again, it's like heavily Western European skewed, but that's just the cultural background of the people who made it in this case. But, you know, things like Fables, aka The Wolf Among Us, do that kind of thing as well. It's cute. Yeah, those poor trap fiddlers. We'll get them out. That'll be the next thing we go for. Maybe I'll take the broth back to the boot face. But we can at least bring this to the king. Maybe doing the king's task, since it's a multi-part task, ends the game, and then you get a score based on how many other tasks you did on the way. We can test that theory. I'm glad that we're actually getting a fair number of different rhymes and side quests in this version, so we're not repeating too much content, because I don't think I'll be finishing this one either. If there's any that I'm finishing, it'll probably be the next one, which has more advanced graphics and sound. I'm not sure about the fourth one, but we'll see. I'm a bit skeptical about that one. Okay. And Shrek does it, you know, that kind of thing. It's cute, it's fun. So we know the perils of using the arrow keys now. Don't overdo it. Did I go inside the boot? I'll test that. Come on. Oh my god. Hopefully one of these versions, like, has better pathfinding. We'll find out. That's the point of playing all of them in a row. Did I go in that building? I'm curious what that flag is. And since I've now picked up the pail, which I didn't want to do. It's like the Earth. Is that like the UN flag? This is like an old style American schoolhouse, eh? A, B, C, 1 + 1 is 2. Knife out on a table in a, like, kindergarten room. That's even more irresponsible. Okay, so this is Bo Peep. If there's anything I want to see, it's that lamb, so I'm happy. But it'll look a little different when it's on the map screen as opposed to in the thought bubble. Yeah, knife for all the kids. What could go wrong? That's, like, that's incredibly unsafe. Any teacher who has duty of care should know not to do that kind of thing. Bloody walls. Gotta go the long way around. What is it with people and the territorial urge to mark their territory? Sorry, I said territory twice in the same phrase. That was stupid. I keep hoping I'll run into Shrek and Donkey at some point in this adventure, but I don't know. It might not happen. We'll see. I should play a Shrek game at some point. There's a lot of them out there, you know. The obstacles in this kingdom are really frustrating, says Life Force. Agreed. Oh no, I did go in the shoe. Supper time. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread. She whipped them all soundly, excuse me, and put them to bed. What? There's not even an implicit judgment on her for this behavior. This is not okay, people, alright? I guess if it's a tiny playful whack on the behind with the spoon as they walk past, maybe that's okay. I don't think that's literal, says Life Force. We'll see. Alright, we're going to grab those fiddlers and deliver them to the king. But Gibbon was clarifying her earlier comment about Witcher. No, Witcher takes place on a landmass that had just had that had just the high elves and eventually a small nation's worth of dwarves, lesser elves, and other fantasy races that arrived by boat or cosmic convergence, and things were okay until mankind arrived on ships from afar, and by the time of the Witcher novels, the high elves have sodded off to a different layer of existence, and the fantasy races left behind have been driven back, and mankind occupies like 3/4 of the continent, and both sides hate each other. Yeah. That's interesting. The way you describe it almost sounds like men coming to Middle Earth where elves and dwarves lived and messing everything up. Like, or at least, you know, in Beleriand, in the First Age, it was just elves, and then some men came from the east, and that caused some friction. But they managed to get on well eventually, until the sinking of Beleriand, I suppose. But yeah, that's interesting. It's definitely got its own flavor to it in a way. Yeah, yep, that's right, Life Force. This is the ye oldie times, or the oldie times, as you might say, if you respect the thorn. So, corporal punishment for no reason was certainly a done thing. Alright, Fiddlers 3, come with me. Thank you. Can you help us find the castle? Dude, it is really not that hard. You know what it looks like. Surely you can see it over the fence. We can't from this angle, but in real life you would be able to look directly at it. It's very tall. Unless the war memorial is getting in the way. It is more of a medieval thing. If you look at the... It's like a knight with a sword there. I'm very disappointed with these fiddlers' incompetence. And now they're getting in my way too. God. Get out of it, dudes. Seriously. Why are you all walking together like that? It's so weird. You're freaking me out. Oh, okay. Life Force reckons there's a hard-coded restriction that Peter Punkanita's wife cannot spawn in the rooms next to him. So they might be guaranteed to be further away for all the items too. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers 3. Presumably it's that way because Peter would be able to see his wife. Yeah, good point. Okay, cool. But that is not the end of the game, as was my theory. But it is the end of my time with this game because I want to play a different version now. See how they changed it up. I can't save here either. Maybe it's just in the wrong folder or something. It's not even an option. It's grayed out. It's just not there. Oh well. Sadly, no. Got to do all 18 to finish the game. Good lord. Try the load option. I'll try. Oh, there is an autosave. Cool. What happens? Oh, it's not letting me pick it. I think there's a problem with ScumVM. It wants to be in a certain folder and it saves its files in a certain location. And I maybe have not set that up the way it wants, but it's not really telling me. So boo to you, I suppose. So no saves. I will lose all my progress, but that's okay. I can't be hanging around too long. I can already, yeah, my health's not so good today. All right, what we're playing next is Mother Goose 3, or that's what I've called it. It's actually called Roberta Williams, possessive apostrophe, mixed up Mother Goose. This is the third release, the second remake, released in 1991 on VGA graphic formats. Still using the SCI engine, but possibly a better version, we'll see. Let's launch it. Oh, it's doing that weird thing again. Hold on, I can fix this. The files are here, I just need to do this. Nope. Where did I put them? In here. There was an ISO and then I mounted it and copied the files off. So this is a CD format. This version was released on floppy and on CD. So I've got the CD version, so it's going to sound better. This is, 1991. It was released on DOS and Windows, but it also had a Japanese release to the FM towns. This time the credits aren't like scrolling by on the backs of people on banners that are held on whatever. They're in a separate screen. I just want to get to the part where we see Roberta Williams' name, since she's in the title of this game as well. There you go, game designer. She might have other credits too, but yeah. This game might handle saving and loading weird. Yeah, it's possible. I don't think it's too much of an issue. Maybe I'll replay it again later on to give a full accounting to the game club, but for the purposes of this stream, I guess I didn't know how far I would get in each game. I hoped it would be all the way through, but it's going to be only a bit of each at the rate we're going. Life Force says there's a lot of famous Sierra names in these credits, which I wasn't picking up on because I'm not familiar with those. Oh, this one has voice acting. Yeah, that's the power of the CD format. And singing. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Cool. All right. Cool. The Child Development Center. You're going to have kid testers, I suppose, for a kid's game. All right, let's go.
Use the mouse to click on the child of your choice.
It's going to talk to me. We actually have more options for child characters here. Additional skin tones have been added.
Use the mouse to
Yeah,
click
I
on the
got
child
it.
of your choice.
I heard you the first time. So we'll just go with the same one. For the purpose of direct comparison. There's different props in this room now. How fascinating. Is my parent?
Go to sleep now.
Yeah. It's time to go to sleep. Aww. I like the old version better where the whole room went pitch dark and you could only see light coming in through the window. That was much more moody. What the heck is this interface? What a mess. What the heck? What is going on with these buttons? Life Force apparently played the floppy version of this game, so it would have the same graphics but not the voice acting. They're saying this feels really weird because of that. And also that there's different props between the boys and girls' rooms, which they assume was the case in all the games. It's probably a fair assumption. The goose looks pretty different as well.
Hello,
It's
I'm Mother
naked,
Goose.
and it's
I'm
white.
So glad you came. My nursery
Or said it had a
rooms
harness
all
and it was
mixed
grey
up.
before.
Can you help me fix them?
What do you want me to do, Mother Goose?
Each of my
Oh,
characters have
that's
lots
so
of items
cute.
he or she needs to
A
complete
child
their
voice
run.
actor.
Without it, they don't know what to do. They need you to help them find it. Can you do this?
Sure I can.
Good, good. If you need any help, you can find me in my house.
Great.
Good luck.
MG. I wonder if she's in Booker T in the MGs. Oh, that's right. A speed setting, says Life Force. Thank goodness. We'll test that in a second, but this room is a lot smaller than it was in the other versions. Okay.
My rhymes are too mixed up. They don't
Okay.
know what to do.
That's what I figured. You got to
Help
press the
them.
talk button to talk to the person on that screen. Let's just check upstairs. It's here. Come on. Pathfinding. Okay, I guess I can't go upstairs. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Life Force is saying that the voice actors are pulled straight from the Sierra employees. Alright, let's test that speed setting. Cranked. Oh, look at that. I was afraid that that tiny little gap wouldn't make much of a difference, but it's making a huge difference. Whereas you can turn it down all the way. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is incredibly slow. Hitting the stop button, by the way, is like to exit the program, so you don't want to do that. Let's go. Whoop. Oh, and you can even interact with things. This is a humongous game. They've made it you able to click on things. Wait a minute. They were scarecrows before. Now they're fully animated humanoids. And they're just standing there. What's going on? I'm scared. Oh yeah, you gotta click the talk
Hi,
button.
what's your name?
Hello.
Ooh.
I'm Mary. I'm quite contrary, you know.
Oh god.
You are?
Oh, yes, indeed. That's always been one of my problems. And speaking of problems, I lost my watering can somewhere. Have you seen it?
I don't think so. I can look for it.
I do appreciate your help. I don't know if I set it over here or over there.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, that took a while. Ooh. Life Force is tipping me off to try the talk button when there's nobody else on the screen. That's a good idea. And pointing out that I think they were always technically humanoids. Okay, sure. They were humanoid in shape before. That's true, I guess. But my point is, I didn't know whether to call them humans now or whether they're just humanoids now. Okay, I'm going to talk.
My little sister cries too much. Her name is Amy.
Okay.
My dad built us a tree house. Do you have a tree house?
Can you hear this okay? I hope you can. It's just like a bunch
My
of
best
idle
friend is
lines.
named Carrie. Sometimes my older brother plays games with me. I like that. I look both ways before I cross the road. I hope you do too.
Safety lessons.
I like to watch the clowns in the circus. Do you?
Not really.
Sometimes my older brother plays games with me.
Oh no, it's repeating
I like
lines
that.
now. They're just random. But here we actually have a full map of the game world, which is awesome. Oh!
Find a statue here.
Oh.
Cranberry Cross.
I thought that was fast travel. I got really excited to be able to fast travel, but no. It shows you what item is on that screen, apparently.
This is where Miss Muffet keeps her tuffet.
Or where... maybe it's the NPC location. So I think this is what Life Force was alluding to before about the hobby horse being taken to Banbury Cross because it's cluing me in and that's where I should take it. So for example, here's where the cat and the fiddle
Hey,
and...
diddle, diddle. Here
Yeah.
you can see a cat and his fiddle.
Yeah, so that's where the sort of drop-off location is. It's not telling you where the items are. You have to explore for that yourself. Okay, can I... Yep, all right. So, and we know where to take the mouse. And with this speedy speed character walking animation, I'm very pleased to be able to get around easily. That's true. Life Force says it's very weird having this character break the fourth wall to talk to you, the player, and ask you questions. Things look very different now. I want to see this Banbury Cross. Now it's a fountain with like a child scooping water. This is so different. It's incredible. Oh, that lamb is adorable. Goodness me. So that's the backyard of the clock place. They've kind of stripped some detail out. The art style is nicer. Like, it's high res and it looks good, but they've lost the details and the personality of these areas. Like, what tells you this is a clock house? Just some wood around the door that looks a bit like a clock face. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay, it's not so subtle, Life Force. But it was even less subtle before. Oh, I didn't know if you were being sarcastic. Life Force just said, the clock design on the front door of the clock house is very subtle compared to just having a clock above the door. Yeah, I suppose when you look at it, it's not... I don't know, whatever. I thought you were being sarcastic. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta click the talk button.
You found the mouse, and just in the nick of time, too. It's almost 1 o'clock. Stand back.
That's odd, because I never got the quest. You just get the quest and dialogue. Life Force didn't even realize the clock until just now. Now that they're actually singing it, it feels more like children's television, like I'm watching Play School or something. I'm not sure that that's grammatically correct, but whatever. We've still got a score out of 18, but this time it's represented by orbs in my interface. Yeah, but that was my initial point there, Life Force, that the sort of wooden design around this house didn't stand out much compared to how it was themed before. Oh, well, it does have a big cuckoo clock thing coming out of the top, so that's a bit more blatant. So, yeah. All right. To refresh myself of where I need to actually take this lamb, I can use the map.
Peter Pumpkin Eater and his wife.
Okay, yeah, I shouldn't have just clicked. It was maybe... No, that's Tuffet. Bo Peep. Here?
This is where Mary and her lamb go to school.
Oh, lamb. Mary. Yeah, not Bo Peep. Bo Peep is the sheep. Mary is the lamb. So yes, over there. Okay, we'll go that way. Yeah. We're both just noticing that cookie thing for the first time, so that's pretty cool. Horner. Oh, this is going to be locked in with the fences, so I got to go around. At least walking is not so much a slog as it was before. But there will be a bit of travel time. So while I'm on the way, let me open this book. Oh, can I not get over there? Around here? Okay. There's MG on the gate. It's presumably Mother Goose town in Mother Goose land, but Mother Goose herself lives outside the town. Why is that? That boy looks very similar to how he looked in the other version. It's the backgrounds that really got the bulk of the attention here. The characters have a bit more shading on them, but the backgrounds are so different. Alright, let's read some poem. Oh no, I'm already here. It was so fast, the walking. And just some observations about the design of the
There's
world.
my little lamb. Oh, Lammy dear, I missed you so much. Thank you for finding him.
Him? Whatever. Okay, this one definitely has a tune, I know. Oh no, it's becoming a children's choir. You know, I feel like I liked the game better when there were no voices. So maybe the best way to play is the floppy version of this release, but we'll see. Oh, poor kid. In the corner there. I like that animated blackboard, that's cute. Boo, no knife at school. No. I guess the teacher confiscated money off the kid, and now I'm stealing it. Life Force said that the MG on the town gate indicated that the town is for major gamers. Totally. That's got to be it. That's why I'm doing so well. Am I? Am I doing well? I get it. You're a sheep. Okay, I'm going to take this crooked sixpence. Can you see the 6 on it? It doesn't look that crooked. A little bit, maybe. I want to see how that house looks in these awesome expanded graphics. The steak has become a full ham leg, apparently. At least we've seen the lamb. That is my goal, to see all the lambs. We didn't see the lamb item in the previous one, but I guess it's good enough. Alright. Oh, this time you actually bring the bread and butter. Wait. No, because the... Yeah, no, we haven't seen the knife. You have the knife and the bread and the butter. Are you really not able to grab it again without leaving the screen? That sucks. At least movement with arrow keys is a bit better in this one.
Hey there, you young whippersnapper. Have you found my crooked sixpence?
I don't know what a sixpence is. What is it?
Great Scott! Don't they teach you anything in school these days? It's a coin, you little... a coin!
I'll try to find it for you, Mr.
Never mind my name. Just find my sixpence.
Okay. Well, there's dialogue for sure. It exists. I want to talk to that cat now. I want to know what the cat sounds like. Hey, buddy.
I found your sixpence, Mr.
Hey, what was that? You found my sixpence, you see? It's about time. Now stand back, out of the way.
It's the same mouse from the clock house.
Beside a crooked stile, he bought a crooked cat, which got a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a crooked little house.
Yeah, I do feel like some of these didn't originally have tunes and they've made them up for this game. Also, you can buy a cat for sixpence. I guess back in ye olden times, or the olden times, if you respect the thorn, things were cheaper. You could get a cat for a sixpence. I hope it's had its shots. Wait, is this Muffet right next to the Tuffet?
This is a fine how do you do, as my old grandmother would say. Who are you? Can't you tell who I am? I'm Little Miss Muffet. Who else would carry around a bowl of curds and whey? Yes. If you
I don't know.
like curds and whey, then why do you eat them? It's all part of the job, I suppose. Are you
What?
lost or something? Yes. Can't find my tuffet. Do you mind if I tag along with you? No, not at all. Maybe I can help you find it.
It's all part of the job? What are they saying about this world that they're just playing these roles and not even enjoying them? I don't like that as a concept. Like she's filling the role of the nursery rhyme character out of obligation and resenting it. That makes me feel really icky about this whole setup.
My old grandmother always told me I'd lose my head if it weren't screwed on. Now look at me. I've lost my tuffet. Can I help, Miss Muffet? You sure can. You can help me find my tuffet. My curds and whey are getting cold, and I have no place to sit. Follow me. We can find it together.
It's just another bit of fourth wall breaking dialogue, I suppose. So yeah, you can talk to them again for more lines of dialogue and a clue about what it is you're looking for. Which together with the map feature really would help. Wait, what? Why did she stay there?
My old grandmother always told me
Oh
I'd lose my head
God,
if it weren't
please.
screwed on. Now look at me.
Yeah, I know.
Can I help, Miss Muffet?
Did I drop her by...
You can help me find my tuffet.
No, I hadn't even picked her up yet. I guess I needed to get closer to her. I left the screen because I thought she was following me, but she wasn't yet. And now it's doing the whole dialogue string again. Good lord. Alright. There we go. Now she's following. And here we are. That really was not difficult.
There's your tuffet, Miss Muffet. You were right. There it is. And look at
Uh-huh.
those cobwebs. Well, I better sit down and eat my curds and whey right away. Waste not, want not, as Granny would say.
Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Okay. Well, that guy was doing an impression of, who's the guy? He was like Igor in some movies, I guess, probably. Robin Williams' Genie does an impression of him when he's talking about raising the dead in Aladdin. Disney's Aladdin. I don't like doing it. Alright. Since this is here, I guess I'll get it on the way. And as I walk, let me tell you about the Man in the Moon. They also kept a horned cow as proud as any queen, but music turns her head like ale, and makes her wave her tufted tail and dance upon the green. And oh, the row of silver dishes and the store of silver spoons. For Sunday there's a special pair, and these they polish up with care on Saturday afternoons. The Man in the Moon was drinking deep, and the cat began to wail. A dish and a spoon on the table danced. The cow in the garden madly pranced, and the little dog chased his tail. The man in the moon took another mug, then rolled beneath his chair, and there he dozed and dreamed of ale, till in the sky the stars were pale and dawn was in the air. Okay, bread time.
Laddie, catty, batty, ratty. No, that won't do.
Hi, Tommy. I've got your bread and butter.
Maybe I should try fishes, dishes, wishes.
I said I've got your bread and butter.
Why, you did find me bread and butter, and just in time. Here comes an audience. Stand back and listen to me song.
Isn't the idea that he's singing for his supper? If we give him the supper before he sings, then it defeats the purpose.
Little Tommy Tucker sings for his supper. What shall he eat? White bread and butter. How shall he cut it without ever a knife? How will he be married without ever a wife?
So he's singing about himself. What an ego in this guy. Alright, I want to go talk to the cat. There's no items on Humpty Dumpty's screen. But we've never even met Humpty Dumpty yet. Let's talk to the guy. Hey, buddy.
What are you doing, Mr. Egg?
I'm no egg. I'm Humpty Dumpty. And
You
I
ain't?
want to sit on that wall.
You probably need a ladder.
A ladder? Oh, yes, a ladder. Good idea. Can you find one?
I think I can do that, Mr. Dumpty.
Good, good. That would help a lot.
I haven't seen a ladder in any version yet. But in this version, the wall is a lot lower, so it feels like he should just be able to hop up there without too much difficulty. I might even be able to help him. Do a little fireman's carry or whatever. Not a fireman's carry. What's that thing? You like lace your hands together and then they step in the hands. I don't know. Maybe he's a bit big for my child hands. Alright. We can take dog to boy on the way. Let me tell you about a dog. Let me see. Where was I? The ostler said to his tipsy cat, "The white horses of the moon, they neigh and champ their silver bits, but their master's been and drowned his wits, and the sun'll be rising soon." So the cat on his fiddle played Hey Diddle Diddle, a jig that would wake the dead. He squeaked and sawed and quickened the tune, while the landlord shook the man in the moon. "It's after 3, he said. They rolled the man slowly up the hill and bundled him into the moon, while his horses galloped up in rear. Turns page. And the cow came capering like a deer, and a dish ran up with a spoon. Now quicker the fiddle went deedle-dum-diddle, the dog began to roar. The cow and the horses stood on their heads, the guests all bounded from their beds and danced upon the floor. And as things get even more chaotic, I have to pause
Found him.
to return the dog to this kid.
Thanks.
Now we haven't heard this one before. That's a completely different voice. The singer is an adult man, whereas the speaker was a young boy. I don't know that one either. With a ping and a pong, the fiddle strings broke, the cow jumped over the moon. And the little dog laughed to see such fun, and the Saturday dish went off at a run with the silver Sunday spoon. The round moon rolled behind the hill as the sun raised up her head. She hardly believed her fiery eyes, for though it was day, to her surprise, they all went back to bed. And there's a lovely illustration by Pauline Baines showing all this silliness happening. No, no! There's 4 of them this time, and they all move independently. I wonder if the 3 fiddlers are going to have independent existences as well in this version. Oh, it's sudden nighttime. Let's have a chat.
Well, howdy do. You haven't seen a fiddle line about in these parts, have you?
I don't think so.
Dang me for being so careless. I've lost it somewhere. It's an antique, you know.
I can try to find it for you.
I sure do appreciate that. See y'all later.
So the cat's a southern gentleman this time. I didn't expect him to talk like, yep, that guy. but I was hoping that he would. You know that guy. You know who I'm talking about. From the Shrek movies. It's a guy. Yeah, whatever. You know the guy. You know the guy. No, that sheep was getting away. They make the screen transition safely though. Shall we do Bo Peep again?
My sheep! And look those tails wagging. Thank you ever so much for finding them.
Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home, wagging their tails behind them.
Of course, it was Antonio Banderas. I knew that. I knew that. It was in the back of my mind. I had to look it up. He's still playing Puss in the new Puss in Boots movie. Good for him. I know him best for portraying Zorro in the film Zorro. Was that called? Don't remember. Mask of Zorro, perhaps? Alright, let me see. What else are we going to get out of this? Shall I continue or shall I move on at this point? I'm going to move on. It's just the condition of my condition that I'm not going to be able to complete all of these. But I think we've gotten a good idea of what this one's like. Anything specific I wanted to check? Can't think of anything, so yeah. Let's try the final version now. So again, we don't have an option to save, but given the choice, I might play the floppy version of that one. We'll see. For now, I'll stick with this release of ScumVM. Why not? Might as well. But this is the deluxe version. Woof, look at that. Okay. Mixed Up Mother Goose Deluxe. This is from 1995. The most recent release. And by the way, none of these releases are available commercially anymore. So I got the earlier releases on my abandonware, but this one, the ISO was corrupted from there, so I had to get a version from that was on archive.org. It's the European release. So in this one, there's different languages, but it actually has different dubs. So what I read was that oops, what? No, sorry. What? Hang on a sec. Oh, wait. No. Yeah. So it's got different dubs. French, German, Spanish, it sounds like. Oh God, that was the quit button. My Spanish is not so good. Okay. So there's different language dubs on this European release, which is pretty interesting. They dubbed all the songs and voice acting into the other languages. You just click the button with the language on it to change what it is. Okay, and that means new and old game. I thought it was a different menu. Silly. Whoa, all on one screen. Lovely. Designer Roberta Williams. Etc., etc. Very time-saving to have them all on 2 screens. Good to know. All right, new game.
Choose the child that looks the most like you.
You can't tell me what to do. Oh, not the kid who's really into gridiron. Do not do that, especially that young. Oh, all the boys like sport. like half of them do. Stereotypes much? Speaking of which, where's the character that I've been picking? Before the other girls were, some of the other girls were palette swaps of the blonde one with the ribbon. So now we can't have long brown hair. I can pick this one.
Please type your name here.
Oh wow, look at this. This is the same room as the 1991 release. Oh, whoa. Ugh. My dolls are alive. Mother, help me. I'm afraid of my dolls. Surely this will transport us to the magical
It's time to go to sleep now.
storybook world. No. Yes, maybe. Come along, Goose. So this one did not get a DOS release, unlike previous ones. DOS had been obsoleted. This was on Windows and Macintosh as well.
Hello, I'm Mother Goose. I'm so glad you came. My nursery rhymes are all mixed up.
I think this voice acting is new.
What do you want me to do, Mother Goose?
Each of my characters has lost an item he or she needs to complete their rhyme. Without these items, they don't know what to do. They need you to help find them. Can you do this?
Sure I can.
Glad the speed setting has returned.
If you need any help, you can find me in my house. Good luck.
It was way too ambitious to try and play through all the versions in one stream. I realize that now. The thing about long plays is they know what they're doing. Look how much faster I am in this version. It's incredible. But we can speed it up even more. Oh, alright. I'm going to complete this version. I'm going to do it. Let's go.
Hi, what's your name?
You can even click on someone to interact with them rather than hitting that silly talk button.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's always been one of my problems.
Oops.
And speaking of problems, I've lost my watering can somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
Yep, okay. Now I'm in speedrun mode. I want to skip the dialogue, but you can't. Given believes in me to do this. Let's do it. Also, when you're at the edge of a screen, the arrow changes to the cursor changes to an arrow to show you that you can go that way. All right, so we're going to do minimal dialogue, only talking to people when we have their quest objects. So we're not going to get any introductory text to their needs.
Just in time, too.
Excuse me, what did you call it?
Fine lady.
Oh wow. What the? She's clipped behind the fountain partially. Let's just ignore that. I'm just baffled by the music style. This is what I heard about this game. It increases the fidelity of the graphics, which as we can see, they look very similar to the 1991 release, but with higher res. The speed is incredible. I love it. But the other thing I added with this particular version is the music for the nursery rhymes being done in different musical styles. So even though we heard some in the previous one, it should be all new for this one, and it's going to be in different genres. The first one was like pop ballad, I guess.
Can, Mary.
My watering can. Oh, what a good child you are. If you'll excuse me, I'll go water my garden right now.
You know, I'm that annoyed by the voice acting that I probably should have put it in a foreign language. But never mind. We're past that now.
With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids
So they are maids. They're human. And they are there and alive. I think it made more sense when they were scarecrows, to be honest with you. Bells could also be used to keep birds away. Or you could hang up CDs on strings. I'm not sure what the shells are for. Alright, this is great. Let's check the map in this version. See, the ones that you've completed are now marked with that object. Fast travel! Oh no! It's doing it again! No, please! No! Stop, stop! It redoes the song. Alright, this version is really speedrunnable. If you can fast travel using the map, that's a game changer. Well, I hope you enjoy this the second time. Absurd. Wait, is that not fast travel? It just replays the thing. Okay, what about this?
This is where Miss Muppet
It's not even
takes her
fast
time.
travel. Oh, I'm devastated by that.
You can find Little Bo Peep here.
Okay, so we can't do that, but at least we can go fast. Oh no, the arrow keys don't work. That's okay, we can mouse all the way over to the side of the screen. It turns into an arrow. We click it once, and we zip along to the next screen. That is incredibly good. No. What? Yeah. Okay. It's so speedy. Okay, this version is winning for me so far because of the absurdity of the music styles and the sheer velocity of my character. Alright, let's go.
Hey, Mr. Cat, I found your fiddle.
Hot dog. You sure as shooting did. Why don't you stand over there and watch while I test her out?
I did not expect the Southern Gentleman for this game. So silly. Oh, dropping some knowledge on me. So the things that are mentioned in the Mary Quite Contrary poem are types of flowers, actually. So cockle shells, pretty maids, silver bells are all types of flower, and cockle shells are actually black orchids. It's another word for them. That's great. I didn't know that. That's really cool. But they've chosen to represent them literally here in this world, which is just misleading. How are kids going to learn? All right.
I've got your candlestick, Jack.
Get kindling, boy.
Now you'll see some real fun. Watch this.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
Hey there.
Jack jumped over the candlestick. Yeah! Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jumped over the candlestick. Yeah!
I like leaning into the more cartoony presentation here with those kinds of animations. That's fun. The music is incredibly 90s. Oh! The gruel is directly outside her own house. How convenient. This is like speedrun PB here.
I found you a bowl of broth.
Land's sakes, you did it! Just in time, too. I was at the end of my rope. Children, children, supper time. There was an old woman who lived in the What's a mother to do? And she had so many children.
4 is not that many.
Oh no, another one.
Another one? It's just... I see they've changed the lyrics on this one to make them a bit more politically correct. I approve. She's not whipping them anymore. She's just kissing them before bed. This is a good change. I approve. Wait, where did I get the bread and butter? Okay, whatever. Pipe time. Gotta do these in order, I suppose.
I brought your pipe, Your Majesty.
My pipe! What a welcome sight. Let's celebrate. Fiddlers! You three
Whoa.
play a jig. Now, where's my pipe?
Wait, where are the fiddlers? And no bowl either. Maybe it's this version that skipped out on all that stuff. Or maybe they're carrying over that change from the previous one. No fiddler pathfinding in this version. Oh, they've even further adjusted the content by having it be a bubble pipe. No smoking in this version, no tobacco use. I approve. Alright, we haven't seen many houses. Oh, we just had the bread. Okay, we can do that one real quick. Nope, no pie. Bread. Okay. Having them be like in these music styles is a lot more entertaining.
Laddie, catty, batty, ratty. No, that won't do.
Yeah, I don't care for this fella.
Maybe I should try. Fishes, dishes, wishes.
They might have reused the voice acting for these
Why, you
parts.
did find me bread and butter.
They did
and
re-record the
just in
songs, I'm
time.
pretty sure.
Here comes an audience. Stand back and listen to me sing.
Again, the order of events here is not appropriate. Doesn't look like an electric guitar, but okay. This is amazing. Well, a wife is not a prerequisite to marry. A fiance is. With or without an E. She stuck around a bit longer.
Hey, thanks for finding me bread and butter. I couldn't have sang for me supper without it.
That's not how it works, dude. Alright. So we did find the pie, but I don't actually yet know where the pie goes. Let's grab Peter's wife and take her home. So let's go this way. We'll get the coin later. Because this one's shorter. Hey, buddy.
Here's your wife, Mr. Pumpkin Eater.
Well now, convinced her to come on home, did you? Wonder how long she'll stay. Probably just long enough to change her clothes. Oh well, at least she's back. Let's see if I can keep her now.
I should have tried talking to her.
I want to thank you, youngin'.
They kissed, but they hid behind the hat when they did it. They're doing everything to lower the rating on this thing. Okay, give me a sixpence. Gimme. Ah! There we go. This one's even less crooked. It's barely crooked at all. Ah, no! Alright, is there another item in here? No, there's not. There's just one in the front yard. Okay, I'll go out this way. Pathfinding is pretty good. And so fast. Love it. Okay, getting a lot of information here.
I found your sixpence, Mr.
Hey! What was that? You found my sixpence, you say? It's about time. Now stand back, out of the way.
There was a crooked man who went a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence along a crooked stile.
Great Scott!
He bought a crooked cat which caught a crooked mouse. And they all lived together in a little crooked house.
Skedaddle out of here, youngster!
Hey, we got the doggy follower. That's lovely. Let's go. That little boy's in distress. He needs his friend back. No, not the mouse. Ah, wait, over here? I went too far.
You found him. You found my little dog.
Too right, buddy.
Oh, where, oh, where,
Aw.
little dog gone? Oh, where can he be?
Mm.
With his ears cut short and his tail cut long.
Wait, I missed that before, but why are they cutting the dog's ears? Poor thing. That's just cruelty. We shouldn't have returned the dog to this kid. This is like Humpty Dumpty all over again. For the safety of the dog, keep it away from the rhyme giver. Oops, gone too far. Okay, so after we drop off the mouse, we can grab the... Ah, God! Alright, I'll do the pail first. It's just gonna get in the way again. What? Okay.
Oh, good. I see you found the mouse. And just in the nick of time, too. It's almost 1 o'clock. Stand back and watch the little fellow's antics.
Whoa. What happened to the colors? It's all jazzy. They adjusted the grammar in that one, which I called out previously. So there you go. Interesting. Okay, Jack and Jill time. No! Just seeing if there's a way to interact with the item in your inventory, but I can't seem to do so.
Here's your pail. Our pail.
Our
now we can go
pail.
and fetch a pail of water.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown.
Oh no.
Jill came tumbling after.
Wow, water and after rhyme even less in an American accent. Okay, Ham goes to the couple who... Yeah, Sprat. Oh, golly. It's a very loud dog.
I found you a ham, Mr. and Mrs. Sprat.
Ah, perfect. Just set it on the table, will you?
Yes, yes, a bon appetit.
Look, Mother, a nice mix of lean and fat.
Yes, yes, I see. Let's dig in.
Jack Sprat could eat no fat. His wife could eat no meat. And so between them both, they lit the ladder clean.
Bon appetit.
And the dog didn't get any. What a sad story. Did you like the rock styling though? That was interesting. Yeah, Gibbon is saying these songs are so crazy. Yeah, some interesting choices for sure. Definitely adds to the novelty factor of it. Alright, so schoolhouse, we'll go the long way around, the outside, because navigating those tiny streets was annoying to me before, and now I have an aversion to it, but it's probably better in this version.
There's my little lamb. Oh, Lammy dear, I missed you so much.
Yeah, these
Thank you
voice
for
lines are the
finding
same.
him.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. And
Got some bagpipes.
Mary went,
One day that was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play, laugh and play, laugh and play. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school.
Lovely. I already got the item from in here. Oh, the lamb's sitting on the chair now.
Shh, children.
We also haven't tested talking on an empty screen. Let's try it.
I love Halloween. I'm going to be
Sure.
a ghost this year.
You're a bit late, child. We just had it the other day. I played those spooky games and got totally freaked out, remember?
I like to go to the zoo. My favorite animal is the elephant.
Sure, as long as they've got plenty of room. Don't want to be cruel to the animals.
I like to collect seashells. Do you have a collection?
You're not really supposed to take them off the beach because they're part of the ecosystem and stuff. I hate to be a downer, but I'm just going to naysay everything that this child says.
I'm going to be a ghost this year.
Looks like you can also interact. You can also trigger those lines by clicking directly on the child. So the pie. I don't know where the pie goes. Let's see now. There's a few nodes left here. I don't think we've been in this house. Yeah, that's it. That'll be it. And it's very close, so that works out. Okay. I should have known. There was that Horner sign over here. I never went in, though. In any version so far. Wait, it's Christmas? Okay, sure.
Here's your Christmas pie, Jack.
Oh, boy. My lost pie. I'll just go sit in the corner and eat it.
Do you want a spoon or something?
No, thanks. Who needs a spoon when you've got two hands?
This is not Christmassy. The reggae version. Amazing. That was very, very good. I was expecting like Jingly Bells Christmas Carol style stuff, but very, very interesting. Okay, so let's see. We've talked to that guy. I'm not sure. We can do Muffet now. If we haven't already. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay, we've already talked to her in the other version, so we don't need to go through all that again.
There's your tuffet, Miss Muffet.
You were right. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at all those cobwebs.
Yeah,
Well,
shame.
I'd better sit down and eat my curds and whey right away.
Sure, I don't see anything that could go wrong. What could possibly go wrong? This game is so 90s. Nice Santa Claus emotes, by the way, Life Force. This time... Oh, there's still 4 sheep. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, she's come back. Let's talk to her.
Where did that mean old spider go, Miss Muffet?
Oh, him? I gave that spider a mouthful of my curds and whey. That frightened him off.
Way to go, Miss Muffet.
Nice, nice, nice. Left Force says, I feel like they went a bit unhinged in the music in this version. Got to make it all cool and poppin' 90s. Yeah, it's very 90s, and I think that's part of its charm. I think that's cool.
My sheep. And look at those tails wagging. Thank you ever
Yep,
so much for
sure.
finding them.
Tails
Dear
wagging.
Sheep.
Sheep do wag their tails. Oh, she's gonna rap.
Oh dear. My sheep. Oh dear.
The sheep are breakdancing. Oh, it's not rap. Yeah, I don't know if they were supposed to spin like that. They kind of like sampled her voice. It was a little bit electronica, I guess. Bit synthy. I don't know. I think they could have gone further with that. They could have made it. They could have gone all the way. Wow, 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 wow. So there's only one I'm missing, but what is it? I will consult the map. I can't see an open node. Have I done everything? Is the last thing to talk to... Oh, Humpty Dumpty! Where's the ladder? My Force is sad that they didn't play through this version. It's not too late. Well, you've seen it all now, but... yeah, so it's Humpty Dumpty, but do you remember seeing a ladder anywhere? Let's see. Is there a house I haven't been in? Did I go in the Crooked House? Or Peter Pumpkin Eater's house? I don't remember seeing a ladder, so I'll check in there. Nope, can't go in there.
How is everything, Mr. and Mrs. Pumpkin Eater?
Just fine, youngin'. We've never been happier thanks to you. Right, sweetie?
Right, honey.
Very good, very good. Okay. Did I... Yeah, I was going to check in the Crooked House. Aha! That's it.
I suppose I should thank you for finding my crooked sixpence, youngin'. I really am appreciative. I don't need anything else, though. Thanks anyway. Now get out of here!
You have a cute cat, though. Cool, cool, cool. So with Humpty Dumpty done, that'll be the end of the game. And so much quicker than the other versions. That speed setting and the better pathfinding and just be able to click the edge of the screen cuts down the time so much. This must be where the long play came in so much shorter. They were probably playing the deluxe version. But even playing the previous version was a lot faster than the earlier ones.
Here's a ladder, Mr. Dumpty.
Oh, good. Just what I need. Now watch me.
Well, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Oh no, poor guy. I was hoping for hip hop. Oh. Well, they didn't do anything to make that one more friendly. Splat. They're even making fun of the poor guy. I hope he's okay.
You did great.
Oh look, he's back together. He's got a little band-aid on. He's all good. Not to worry.
Working fine. We will never forget what you did for us. Right, gang?
Right, Mother Goose? It was nothing.
Oh, dear. It's almost morning. You'd better go home now. Goodbye. We'll miss you.
Yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes, as Life Force says, I guess all the King's men could in fact put him back together. At least mostly. Well, somebody did. Maybe Mother Goose put him back together after they failed. That's my theory. Hooray! The sun still has a weird face, though. Oh, okay, sure. That was the end. Just wake up and that's it. There's one screen. Yeah, we did learn that the sun is in fact a woman because that was in the Tolkien poem. It's because the sun is a Valar who Morgoth coveted. He wanted to possess the light. And when he couldn't, he destroyed the light of the trees of Valinor with the help of Ungoliant, of course. But to find out more, please read the Silmarillion, available at your local library. Yeah, an abrupt ending to be sure. Thanks for the claps, Gibbon. And thanks for watching, Gibbon and Life Force. Good pals. Thanks for sticking around. Very pleased with the speed of this version, having gone through the molasses of the earlier ones. And yeah, the cheesy music, mwah, chef kiss, beautiful stuff. Yeah, Mixed Up Mother Goose if you want to check it out. I do recommend the deluxe version from 1995. I'll put a link in the show notes of where you can get this version from archive.org. Again, it's not commercially available anywhere, so just feel free to download it. The version that was uploaded to My Abandonware did not work for me on the deluxe version, but it did on the other 3 releases. So if you're curious on checking out those earlier ones as well, then you can go right ahead on that. And ScumVM, it's incredibly useful. I'll try and work out the kinks for the engines that I'm missing if I ever need to use it again. But yeah, it plays the deluxe version from the base installed just fine, 2.6, when I got it from the website just this morning. So yeah, all right. That'll do it for today. Props to Roberta Williams, legendary game designer, one of the most, prominent female video game developers in the retro era, however you want to define that. So good to see a bit more of her work after playing some King's Quest games previously on stream. And I like how this one uses that format and the engine, but doesn't have any, gotcha death states and just all the weird adventure game logic and stuff that comes with those kinds of point and click games of the era. Yeah, cool. So thanks for joining me. And on the next stream, I'll actually be revisiting a bit of Ivan Zanotti stuff, because the Firework game was a paid game that I did not feature on my previous stream, but I decided, heck, I enjoyed his other stuff so much, I will buy that, and I'm going to play it on the next stream I do, as well as maybe some other stuff if there's time. So until then, farewell. Have a good one.